One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Oregon's offense will take the field first. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the...
He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that...
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. And poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Stanford's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Pulls and fires complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Brown will throw it. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across.
Picked off! What a play by this defense. Looking for more room. The 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Caught behind the line. It's Moses. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another 1st down. They go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They'll try to pick up this 3rd down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. From the gun, wants to pass. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Stanford!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a gap. It's Hughes. He's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Trying to get behind the defense. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Benson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Got some room to run. The 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cardinal.
the #1 job in defending a quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job by the defense with the pressure, the hit on the quarterback, forces the INT, and then Oski. As soon as you catch that thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Using his legs, it's Whittington. Got room at the 35. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Stewart. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Fires to the right. Hauls it in. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Working that left side now. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Moving away from pressure. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting a sack.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quick completion on the out. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And that is a huge conversion on third and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, first and goal.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense has forced a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt? Hit right at the goal line, but he's in for the touchdown. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
And And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Brown will throw it. Fires to the big fella. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll start this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Moore. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to change this route. Going to sling it on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had...
Turning it on! Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Brown wants to pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. There's the pressure. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is on its way. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking for space. It's Hughes.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Grab near the marker. It's Moore. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Nice catch just past the first down marker, so this drive stays alive. Nice job by the quarterback and receiver.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throwing right. He's got it. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Looking to throw on first down. got it in the middle. It's low. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to find the end zone. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto.
The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be brought down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Brown will throw it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense, and they're in a 3-4 alignment, and you're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's 4. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are, because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Stanford lines up to punt it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Runs through the tackle. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Brought down on the play at the 19-yard line. First down for the offense.
They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Hughes. Oh, he's got some space. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. And the Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Oregon 28, Stanford 14.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. It's a seam wide open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Motion from the wideout. Brown wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rushes on him, and they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
They'll go to the counter. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Oregon, 35. Stanford, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The kick is on its way. Makes the catch at the 45. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the read. And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hughes. Lots of running room. Oh, a lot of space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's going for the goal line, and he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. And that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward. All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as the ball.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Stewart. There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Hughes. The pass falls incomplete, and they are fortunate to live to tell about that one. It had turnover written all over it.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Benson. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation